Am I live? Testing 1, 2, 3. Have to test the audio because sometimes I don't get it right. Well, I was watching Andrew Camarata's video this morning. I really like his channel. And he made this really cool ditch bucket for digging ditches, which I thought was pretty cool. I hope he doesn't mind me doing this, but I'm going to kind of go through and get dimensions from him. And I already did some homework here, and I went to find these quick mounts, and these are Kubota style quick mounts. You can see there, if I can get this bigger. So anyway, I'm going to go through and do this. I thought it would be cool to be able to have this in SketchUp for people if they wanted to build one themselves. So I don't know. If he gets mad and flags me for using his video, I guess I won't cry about it. But anyway, I went ahead and drew this part because I knew it was going to take some time. And I just scaled it and everything. And it looks like it's going to be pretty good. The thing about it is, I found this on Amazon, and the dimensions are kind of funky, like it's made in China or something. So like 1 1/3 inch, instead of like 1 3/8 or whatever, and then 2 4/5, 1 3 1/3. It's kind of funny. It's like somebody in the metric system was trying to convert it to inches. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to delete. Well, I'm going to put this. I'm just going to move these out of the way for a second. And we're just going to start right here. And let me go into my styles and change this to, or edit. I don't like this. It's okay. But I don't like the model axis on in SketchUp. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this up. One thing that just occurred to me is that there's no edge to rotate. So normally when I do, oh look, I got a little, I'm going to hide those. That's a little trick you can do when you've got these radiuses and you've got those lines. You can just go in and hide them. Now to get this to stand up, I'm just going to draw myself a little. Let's see, I want it to go this way. This is the problem is when you're working in, with things that don't have square edges. Everything's a radius and you don't have a reference point. Alright, so the first part he made was this part. He said this was 32 inches long. How wide? Is that 12? This might take a little time, so this might be boring. I just didn't want to have to edit a video. So I need to go back to here. .32 wide. That speed square is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 inches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 by 32. Okay. We have our first piece. So we're going to draw ourselves a rectangle. And we're going to make it 13 by 32. 32. He said it was 7/16 thick. And then we're going to make that a group. Make a group. And then I think what he does is he takes this part and he puts it on here. And I remember he comes to the middle of this. I think there was 8 3/4, and I'll check this. 4 3/8. Oh look, you know what? 13 inches is, hey, oh, this is starting to make sense. 13 inches was how long this thing was at the base. If you notice, if you were paying attention, right here, 13 inches, all right. So I was worried that I was kind of guessing at this dimension here, but now I feel good about it. We might be able to get this pretty accurate. It's funny, YouTubers are funny. I actually offered a long time ago when Andrew was working on his house, his big castle, to help him out with some, SketchUp and design work, and he never really responded. And I get it. I'm sure he's got a lot of people calling him or talking to him or whatever. Hello, Richard. How's it going? Hey, Richard, one thing that just occurred to me is I can, if anybody wants to, let's see. I'm gonna start a hangout. If anybody wants to come in and chat, I'm gonna call this bucket. I'm gonna put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come in. And while I'm working, we can talk, keep me company. Let's see. All right, so we're back here. And I may have to put this on. I may have to go playback speed. Oh boy, we gotta watch commercials. What I may do is go back and edit this and take out all the... Hello? Is that you, Richard? Oh hey, how you doing? How are you doing? Is it what is it? Let's see. Don't tell me. Five. So that would be. Is that 3 o'clock there? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. 10:44. Yeah. Okay. Forgot to add the 44 minutes. So what he does is, I missed this part right here. Have you seen this video yet? Do you watch Andrew Camarati's videos? How wide did he make that? Probably what I should have done. I'm realizing now this video is going to be hard to click through because that's the bottom of the what? I wonder if he would mind if I played the desktop audio. He's probably gonna get mad.
All right, this is going to be the bottom of the bucket. And this is 1/2 inch.
How long did you make it, silly? This may be too hard. I just realized something that he hasn't given all the measurements. That's probably 8 inches wide, don't you think? Oh, I'm not. You know what? I just realized I'm not screen sharing. Hold on. Duh. That's bad, isn't it? Let's see. Am I screen sharing? Okay, screen share. Share. Now. Can you see what, can you see the SketchUp video?
Yeah, I can see that.
Now, I was trying to figure out how wide this is. What is he? He's made that 8 inches. Is that? Aren't these large speed squares like 12? Let me see. This maybe the volume on this may be too loud. Turn it down some.
So there's the bottom of the bucket. Pieces coming up.
How long did you make it, silly? Good Lord. I thought this was going to be easy. I need to get this to where I can. I need to get this where I can. Where is this? I need to get this where I can see his. his video is so long, it's hard to scroll through it with just clicking. And he didn't say how long this. See, he's got it. He's measuring it right there. I'm gonna say that's at least 2 feet. I'm gonna make it 2 feet by 2 feet. Okay, so that's the. I'm gonna make it 2 feet by 8 inches. So 24 by 8. And I think he's making it out of the same 7/16. Now this thing, I think he said this was sloped at I'll have to start grouping this at 22 degrees. But that doesn't make sense, does it? And then he chamfered. He put like a chiseled edge on this. 45. So it would dig. Oh shoot, I forgot that. Get rid of that line. That. This is going to be harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be easy. We have any comments yet? No comments. Okay. So he puts a little thing, and he puts a little. He's cutting it.
That's what's going to be digging into the ground, so at least that's cut square now. I just wanted a little bit of an angle for cutting. So there's the bottom of the bucket. Piece is coming up like that. So let's figure out an angle. Right there is 45. I'm thinking more in the neighborhood of there. Made the top plate 32 inches wide. So 16. That would only give us a 12-inch tall bucket. That's not really enough. I don't want to just come up square. I want to be like this. So this needs to be cut.
Oh boy.
Like that. That looks pretty good. My side plates. This is hardened steel. And that's going to be right up there.
That's probably 4 inches wide, isn't it?
It looks like little maybe 5.
What's that?
Maybe 5.
There's that. Go right.
Yeah, it is a little wider than 4, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder what angle he ended up doing.
I just turned the sound down on the other video because it was getting like a double feed.
Oh, should I turn the volume down on his video?
Yeah, I got it. I had the other screen open on YouTube,
Oh,
and I turned that down because I was getting like a double feed or a delay.
oh, I got
So
you.
I just got your
Yeah,
camera.
that's right, because there's a delay with my thing. So
Yeah,
if I was going to make a flat bar and then angle it, so How long do you think that thing is? I think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm just gonna make it random length, but for now, and then cut it off. So I'm gonna make it 5 by, what is it down there? 36. I know that's too long, but I think it would be easier to. Uh,
If it's too long, you can always cut it back.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want it to be short later.
So
So
yeah, when it's too short, you can't add it on.
now what he did was he cut it. Wait a minute. Why is it? Oh, I see what happened. So if I get this up here, put this right here. Now he's got some kind of angle going this way, and some kind of angle going. Now I'm gonna have to make myself a little. This is one of the problems I have. Sometimes I have to make myself a little square right here, just to get like if just to get those things, like, so I don't know what angle. He said that's. Wait a minute. That's 45, but it seems like he went a little. How am I supposed to know? First of all, I would have to guess at this angle. Let's go back. See if I can figure that out. I can't. The problem is I can't click in small enough increments. I don't want to play his whole video because he's probably going to flag me in the first place. I'll have to go back and. I don't know. Maybe he'll be nice about it. He acted like he didn't want to do it 45. He acted like he wanted to do a little steeper. He's cutting out there. See, I can't. It's such a long video. It's hard to move the video.
You've got to watch the video and then pause it when it gets to the stage.
Yeah, but it's like it's an hour long. So
yeah.
I didn't want to play his whole video because that would be more like copyright issues. I was hoping just to get the dimensions and then turn his video off. It might be that I just have to guess. I guess I can always. Let's just do 45. It looks like he might have resulted to 45. And then he's just what I found to do this is just to. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Well, let's see. Let's see if I explode it and then regroup it. Yeah, then I can. That's a trick for people in SketchUp. If you can't, if you find you've got something like this and you can't mirror it effectively, you can explode it and then regroup it in the form that you want to mirror it, and it'll redo the box. See, and now I can just. Oops. I didn't grab the whole thing. That was weird. Explode. I gotta. So I gotta take this out. Cut. Now I should be able to mirror this. Yeah. I should have trimmed it first. I was gonna try to figure out what he. Oh, you know what? I know how this is. working now because he had this at, gotta get this in the middle. He had it at 32 inches. That's what it was. If I can get this down there. So now all I gotta do is bring this up until it touches. So that would give us the angle, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think I'm getting somewhere now, by cracky. Because it was 45. Look at that, Richard. It is 45 degrees because 32, when I brought it straight up, it touches on either side.
It did look like 45 in the video.
Yeah, you notice how he was playing with I don't know, you might not have watched the video yet, but
No, I haven't finished that.
when he was playing with it, he was leaning it up like it was going to be steeper, but then he doesn't show the end result. But I've got him now. I don't understand. One thing I don't understand is I must have this.
The clip you had on, it did look like at 45. And sometimes when people are making something, if they haven't got the camera straight onto the job, then it's difficult to work out.
Well, I mean, he was literally like bending it up past 45, though. If you watch the whole video, he even says in the video, "Oh, 45 looks a little too steep. I might want to raise it up." Well, then the next scene, he has a cut there, and in the next scene he's welding it, so you don't know exactly what he did, but that's what he ended up doing. Was now the only thing I don't. Let's see if I can jump.
Something might have got lost in the editing.
Well, no, he just doesn't. I mean, the video. This thing took him like 2 days to build, so he just edited the video, down for time. One thing I don't understand is how I'm going to find out though.
Yeah, you see, like that picture there that you just had, that was like straight on at the job. You can tell the angle a bit better.
I forgot about these commercials too. Yeah. He's got like 20. Good Lord.
They're always so crap you don't need it as well.
So then he welds the rod across. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, though. It is. How did that get wider than 32? This is where he's saying it's 22 degrees. So I know that piece right there is 32 inches wide, so somehow the bucket, so he must have laid it out farther. Look, there's a, that's another 5 inches or so, isn't it?
Yeah.
Darn, I thought I was smart. I thought I was getting somewhere. I wondered why it seemed like the bucket wasn't as big as what he had. I wonder if I can, if I draw myself a line that's 5 inches bigger. Now, the thing about it is, this doesn't have to be exactly. I just thought it was a good idea. And, well, I can't do that, can I? Because if I lay this back down, this gets kind of hard. Somehow I gotta. It's also in the plane. also, I need to move my little box out of the way. That's my vertical box because there's nothing vertical to rotate to. But if I rotate this back around, get where I can see. How am I going to see? I'm not going to be able to see. This is difficult. I need to get a bigger reference point. If I knew the degrees, let's just go 1. Yeah, I'll probably have to edit this so it won't be so long because people are not going to watch this. It's more like a half a degree now, isn't it? If I had reference points, it would be nice. 0.5. I'm just going to call that good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this, I'm going to delete this one again. And so I don't need that. Is this, I've got to explode this and then regroup it. Oops. Get everything? Yeah. There we go. Oops. Coffee cups in the way, dang it. Golly. I can't work, man. Might help if I copied it first and then. There we go. I wish I knew his distance from here. This is 12 inches. Let's see if anybody else has a comment. Where are we? Vanessa Kitty, hi. Vanessa Kitty, you can always join us in the hangout while we're watching this. That's definitely more than 12 inches high, isn't it? How wide do you think that plate is?
That looks at least.
It's like 8 or 10 inches, or is that 12?
Well, the width or the length.
Yeah, see, I know it's 32 inches long. He said that, but he didn't. Right there was
Yeah,
a right there was a good
yeah.
angle. let's go back. Can I go back? Yeah, I'm gonna pause it this time. Let's see. Let's see if he says. Hmm. Is that 8 or 10?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I'd say 8 inches.
Yeah, it's not because it's not 12, is it? Because
No,
this is
from
usually
that
about 5 or 6 inches.
from that chalk line, I would say that was 8 inches.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna make it. Let's see. Now that's upside. Now, yeah, I know. I'm probably now I gotta group this whole thing. I gotta start grouping the whole thing now because I gotta be able to rotate it. Um, and I need another. I need me a box out here I can rotate with. Let's make that a group too. So now if this is a group, yeah, I can rotate this like that. Yeah, see, I know this was, you remember he was measuring that angle, it was 22 degrees. So now I know I suspected the bucket wasn't deep enough. So I know I'm gonna group this stuff together. Now I know that that's gonna be more, um, as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna pull it out there. And I know that that plate is 32 inches long. So I can make one. I'm not flat, am I? Am I flat? I'm starting to lose my orientation here. Where's my ground? There it is. I don't know why it's wanting to draw. Yeah. 32, 8. Why is that not closing? Oh my God. What in the world? What in the world? Jesus.
That's a bit more.
What? 32, 8. There we go. 7/16. Group that. Now he put that, and it's not at a, it was at some kind of funky, go, get over there. There we go. It wasn't straight, it was like rotated up or something, right? Let's see.
So I could have gone straight across here, but I want to increase the capacity, so I'm doing this.
Okay, there's our clue. I wonder how wide that plate is.
What you doing? What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? You're not supposed to jump on people. You're not supposed to be doing
I,
this.
I feel his pain because it took him 2 days to do this, and I know he probably has 12 hours of video, and he just edited
Okay.
this down.
It's big. You gotta make a bucket. We're
There's a
making a
couple
bucket
little
right
bits
now,
that have
buddy.
been lost
We're making a
because
bucket.
of the editing.
But look right there. See that angle
That's right.
there? Wonder what angle that is. If I had this, how wide do you think that is? That's kind of hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah,
This across right here,
I'd say 4 or 5 inches.
or to there.
The one
It's like this should go.
on the left, that looks right.
Obviously, that needs a plate.
Say if you was
Like
about,
this.
say, looking at a clock, it looks about 1 o'clock or something like that. And then the other
This,
one is, yeah, that one's like, say if you had the 12 to the left, that looks like 1 o'clock if you feel me.
let's get us a reference line. That's it. Kind of gets after a while you start to lose all your references. You know
Yeah,
the way. At least this is.
that's about it there, maybe. Yeah, that's about it there. Maybe a bit more
Up.
to the left. Yeah, maybe a bit more to the left.
Don't. Okay, so that's right. Because I pushed this out, I got to bring it back.
Yeah,
If we had that angle,
yeah, because that's more like 2 o'clock at the moment.
so just go up. Let's see. Let's see.
Use that dotted line as 12 if you're looking at a clock. You know.
I'm just going to get back here and I'm going to let you say when to stop. This will be Richard's contribution.
No, no.
Probably going to contribute more than that. Let me hit exit. All right, so
Yeah, right,
let's see.
that's looking
That's
better.
almost. See, that's what I'm saying.
Better.
That's
Yeah,
parallel with the other piece.
yeah,
So
no. Yeah, there, stop there.
right
Yeah,
there. Okay.
stop about there.
Now, if I make this other
Yeah, there for
piece,
now. I reckon it's just, yeah,
now I can make this piece as wide. He made it as wide as this. So all I would have to do. Where did he weld it on? The other thing is, okay, he's got corner to corner.
yeah,
So
just packed it in.
how wide do you think it is?
4 or 5, I'd say at least, it's more than 4 inches, I'd go for 5.
Yeah, I like 5 too.
Yeah,
Because four
I'd
really
say 5.
wouldn't get him much, I don't think.
No, no, it's at least 5, if not 6.
Let's see. Now, if we had this, I wonder if this is where I'm gonna have to start trying to connect some dots because okay, so if I get all this stuff, let's see, if I group that and that together, and then we start to move it back. But it's angled, right?
Yeah, the other piece is angled. Yeah, that one. So you got that, the bigger plate is angled as well. And then,
He's got this laying flat. So if I were to lay that flat, it would be might make it easier on us because see now, oh that's what's wrong.
yeah,
See, he's
he's
got
done it. If you look earlier in the video, he did like the connection for the bucket. He's done it at the same angle as another bucket.
I need the ground here. Let's see, where's my ground? I'm just gonna draw myself a big. I remember that was. I need my axis back when I need because I'm getting disoriented. Where is my axis? I got all this stuff right at the axis. I need to make myself a bit like some ground. I didn't mean to be in that group though. I meant to be out. I wanted the ground to be outside of all that. Well, I'm still editing. There we go. Let me get rid of this. Let me just make some. Oh, I see what's going on. I wondered why the axis had moved. It didn't. That was another axis. I'm just going to draw a big old playing field here. And this will be our ground, and then I won't have to worry about getting disoriented anymore. Just lock it. Now, if I put this, oops, make that reverse the face. Didn't lock it again. Now I don't have to worry about that anymore. So now I can put this on the ground. Don't know why it's got all that big. Did I make everything? Did I move everything? Let's see. Yeah, I grouped everything. And if I just put this point on the ground, there we go. Then I can, well, I need to put this point on the ground, don't I? Because I gotta,
The back of the bucket needs to go.
there we go. Now I can turn this.
That's it. Yeah.
Why am I not getting a reference on the ground? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm getting all screwy here now. I need to rotate. Well, maybe I just need to leave it alone because I might get myself even more confused. What I need to do is, I was trying to lay this forward. How would I do that? I was trying to lay it forward because then we could guess at the angle. Well, we kind of know what the angle is, don't we? Well, but this is leaning. That's the problem.
Yeah, the quick pitch is on your drawing. It's still up in the air. These quick pitches.
Yeah, I wonder how would I do that? Everything's kind of in the way. I need to be able to, well, I know it's got some angle to it, so I'm just gonna grab it and, oops, gonna be in that axis right there, and then what do you think about that? Is that?
How far up? Then what? Like, let's see, this one right here.
I was blown
Oh, boy.
away at the gunk I had inside my skin. And that
Then we get makeup. Oh man, see if I had that bevel information, that would be cool, but I don't. So I guess if we just look at it logically. See, what I'm thinking is this piece, I've got this piece too long.
Yeah. That's too high. That
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
yeah.
if this,
If you go back to this video, you can see that on your bit, that one there, yeah.
if I come down 6 inches, that's probably too far. I
That's
thought he had made this 24, but I don't think he did. Yeah, well, part of it's sticking down in the ground, the bevel part. So I would need to decide. But see, at some point, but he doesn't. Those don't ever connect, do they? He didn't connect the top's not connected yet, right?
No, that's right.
That's not connected right there.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna get trouble. So now, okay, so now he's,
So yeah, they are connected then.
okay, so somehow I gotta get those connected. That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
he had done. Um, which means he probably didn't make this 45. I think he raised it up.
Yeah.
And this angle may be a little steeper. Yeah, now it looks a little steeper, look. When you look at it from that angle. This, don't you think?
Yeah.
I didn't give myself enough. I don't think that this bucket is gonna be deep enough if I bring this way uh, anymore. You know, I mean I know the bucket probably is gotta be, that's 18 inches.
So any less than 18, you're wasting your time.
What's that?
Any less than 18 inches, you're wasting your time,
Yeah,
really.
yeah, I agree. And
A ditching,
it's all,
a ditching bucket, like,
so I gotta decide how I gotta get these together without,
you got that plate, that long plate at the back. You've got to angle that over.
angle this
The,
down more.
yeah, the whole plate's got to be angled towards the back of the bucket, hasn't it?
Like that.
Yeah, but then the other bit that's like at 90 degrees, that's got to come in as well, isn't it?
This one?
Yeah, that taller one, yeah.
Well, but see, that's the only thing. That's my reference point. I mean, I know he
Yeah.
had this laying flat when and then he had these. He welded these on. So if I change, I can't like start change.
No,
You
see,
know what? No, you're right. You're right because
the difficulty is you've got on your drawing, on his video, the attachment point is flat to the table. On your drawing, your attachment point is up in the air by a couple of inches.
yeah, because this really should be leaning forward. This is laying.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that,
So if I grouped all of those things together and tried to get it to lean,
yeah.
that may
Because
be
then
the only difference.
that would give you the back angle on that
Yeah,
rectangular plate.
I was trying to accept that if I accept, um, yeah, you're right. You're actually right. So I need to that
The way that is at the moment. Can you measure the angle from the flat to the height of the quick attach? If you see what I mean. The amount of space you've got from your flat ground.
I wonder if I should. Yeah, but I got to raise this up, don't I? Because when I tilt it over, it's going to lean down farther, isn't it? Because when I lean this over, then it's going to come over. But if I just measured if I just measured it horizontally, it would be, you know, 3.5 inches. But what I can do is, let's see, I don't want to, okay, yeah. What I need to do is take this stinking bevel off of this, so I can get this to go straight up for a second. Sometimes it's hard to get stuff just to go the way you want it to. If I took this bevel off and then I could put it back on, then I'd have something to rotate. I'd have Let me take that off. I can always put that up. Oh, SketchUp, please quit that. It sometimes when you try to scroll, it super zooms. Well, what happened to my? I had a line there. There you go. I gotta get around here where I can see. Just take that off for a second. And now I can go out of this, and I can move this back down to the ground. Maybe somehow now I wonder how I can get this. I can't. I wonder if I can actually get to where I can see it. Didn't quite get it, did I?
It's almost there. You're getting the angle.
How did this end up getting below the? Oh, I see. Because it rotated it. But see, when I did that, yeah, that means I got to move this back and why it won't let me use? Why is it not letting me use that as a reference point? I don't know. Oh, I see. Because it's not exactly. Now, I guess I could raise this up. Let's see. I'm gonna keep that part attached to that. So I want to. And I don't know why. It should be. There we go. And then this should be. I should be able to move that out now to where that touches. But you see, now that whole thing has to come down. Let me move this thing out of the way. It's bugging me. Now but that whole thing has to come down now. Let's see. Let me explode this. This and this has to kind of come down to where it's meeting the ground, right? Because because it's flat. It's on that plane too, right?
Still got that.
Like that. Except when I did that. Yeah. No, I can just go back like that. The only thing is, this is wider. We know this is 32 inches. That's the one.
Yeah, we can bring those two in now, can't you?
Yeah. What I probably have to do is rotate it all back down to where this is flat, so I can rotate. So if I grab all of them, and I just get enough of it to where it's going to get like that. Oops. This thing just doesn't want to go away, does it? Oops. Keep it on that axis. So now they're going to be rotated up, right? That's what it is. Because, and see, this goes back to the angle.
If you bring those up now, you're going to get a better angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is a ditching bucket for cutting a ditch. Similar bucket to what they use in the forest. So.
Yeah, see, that's what he was doing. He was messing with that. Let's see if we bring it up. Because there was like what I should have done. If I do that thing, he had this sticking out like 5 inches or something, right? And then if I draw that angle with the protractor, silly. Just roughly. Why is that? Is that doing that because, yeah, it's away from it. Yeah. I forgot to look and see what angle that was. That's probably more like the angle that he did, don't you think? So if I just use this, let's see, what would I use as a reference point? I wouldn't use that. I just got to keep using that. See if I can get to where I can. And then it was. Let me see if anybody's left a comment. I don't want them to. I've seen Andrew's videos. Yeah, all right. All right, YouTube. Not Strike. Not Strike, you can join us if you want to. The link's up there. That bucket. Remember, Andrew's bucket had a rebar. Yeah, I know. It was sticking out about 5 inches. That's why I'm using that kind of 5 inches to get it. The angle, he went 45 and then 16 degrees. And, oh, okay. Well, see, I didn't see that part. That would have been important to know. Well, let's see if that's true then. I just raised it up at least that much.
Yeah, that's on the right now. That's the right place.
Yeah, so if I take this point now and I rotate this around where that's close, like that. See, that's close to what it, that's probably more like it.
And then you've got that rebar coming out. Well.
Yeah, and that would have been, it's less than 5, but it's close.
Yeah.
It is,
Hey guys, I was watching the video that Andrew posted because you guys are doing a video on that, and he went and angled it. He went and measured it at 45 degrees and said that wasn't enough. He says let's go 16 more up.
Okay, I missed that part. The hard part is that he swept them back. He swept it back that way, and then he angled it up, so it's hard to. So I think this is more like it. So this one, I need to delete this one. And now I think we're getting closer. So I gotta explode this and then group it, and that'll give me my box. I need to mirror it.
Because I watch Andrew's videos and they're pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I actually had started putting his castle in SketchUp.
Really?
Oh yeah, I've got most of it done, but he.
I'm surprised you do that, considering how much you love container houses.
Well, what I was trying to do was help. I was trying before he got to the roof part of it. I was trying to show him how he could do it without. Now I can put my bevel back on there without all that steel, but he didn't like that apparently. So
Now, remember what Andrew did is he went once, even though he had all these sharp corners, he went and welded over these sharp corners, and I'm pretty sure, even though he didn't show it on camera, he probably grinded some of them down.
are you talking about on this?
Yeah, on the edges, on the other side of the corners over there.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to get it halfway close to.
Right.
After I get it, I'm going to go back in and fill all this in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just trying to figure out what the heck. So now he cuts a plate. He cuts a piece. Well, what I think I would feel good about doing is just bringing these down a bit, because he only lets it stick up like what, 4 or 5 inches.
Right. Yeah. Well, the rebar wasn't that far out. When I was looking at the rebar, it only looked like it was like 1 or 2 inches out from either side.
No, it's more than that.
It didn't look like that from the video.
Well, I raised this up at least another 16 degrees, you see. Well,
Right.
Smarty pants, let's go back. Let's see. Oh, it's not that far back, is it?
Well, that base plate right there, he did measure it, and if you pause at the right time, you can see it was 32 inches.
No,
That base plate with the...
I've got that. This
the claws.
32 inches. I've got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. These 3 things right here I know are for a fact are correct, because I went and downloaded the manufacturer's information. Right here it is. And I drew that before I started the hangout.
You're using knowledge on us again. Uh-oh.
I drew these before, which took me like 30 minutes. Okay, so I didn't want to take that long to do that. So I know these 3 things are perfect, and they
look pretty good.
It's 8 3/4 apart, like he's got, and I think with Richard's help, I think we got these angles about right. Now, I do want to before see, this is what he's.
Yeah.
And I saw that, but I didn't hear the number.
Yeah, well, he mentioned it. He got another tool, and he went like 16 more degrees, I guess.
All right, so let's go now. That's more than 2 inches.
Okay, you're right. That's more like 3 or 4.
Yeah, we figured it's like 4 or something.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Now, one thing I just realized, this plate's off the ground, off the table back here now.
It's at an angle, yes.
Yeah, so I didn't realize he had shimmed that up. I thought it was laying on the table. But still, I think we're pretty close. And see, the point here is that I'm not trying to reproduce it exactly. I think it's such a great idea that I wanted to make one in SketchUp, and I wish I probably should just take a. Does he leave that? He leaves that bar on there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he leaves the bar on there, and then he puts other plates over it to get that. What I think he said 2 inches for the claws.
Let's make this a little. I wonder if that's 1/2 inch rebar.
I don't know if it's 1/2 inch rebar, but I do know a lot of the plates he were using were 1/2 inch.
Well, he said they were 7/16.
Well, no, that small one at the bottom right there, that's 1/2 inch. Because he took a 1/2 inch spanner and he went over it, said 1/2 inch.
Are you trying to say which one's not half? Which one's not 7/16?
The bottom one.
This one.
Bottom.
Or
No,
that
no, no.
one?
The bottom one. That one right there.
Well, it ought to be. Oh, you know what? Well, that would be easy to fix. This one, oh, because it's the sort of the digging. Is that not flat?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's flat. Okay, so I can fix that. Let's see.
Because I watched him. I watched the video as you said, as you guys are working on it, and he took a 1/2 inch spanner and went over it and he said 1/2 inch.
There, now it's a 16. Now it's a 1/2 inch.
Yeah, so
Are you happy?
I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. So I'm going to offset this 1/4. You reckon he's using 1/2 inch rebar?
He probably is.
Yeah, it looked like 1/2 inch.
Because, yeah, it does look like a 1/2 inch.
Let me regroup that before I get happy. So then it comes over. We're just going to pretend it goes to there for right now. But I think that's pretty close, though. I really am starting to like it now. All right, so that's pretty close. Now, the reason I did that is because this is sticking up a little far. That little wing there, sticking up a little farther.
And again, if you notice from his video, even he didn't get it 100% on either side either. So, you know.
Well, no, that's the fun thing about
Making things yourself.
yeah, making things yourself. It doesn't really matter. And he knew the only thing that mattered was this, and that's why he bought these quick connect things.
And the claws.
Which
Yeah,
I would
they matter a lot.
which I would recommend too. And I'll show, where is that thing? I'll show, this is Amazon right here. This is what they're called. And I knew it was Kubota, so this is specific to Kubota. This type of quick mount is Kubota. Where am I? Here we go.
Did you see the jackhammer he got for his for one of his machines?
The breaker, yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That let us we rent those like probably once a month.
I think in that one it looked like he went and bought one specifically to use.
No, yeah, he bought it, but I'm saying they're expensive and they're maintenance intense. So we usually rent that kind of stuff. We don't. That's the thing. Unless you're doing it like he's. What in the world? Why is that not referencing that point right there? That's bizarre. Now I'm going to have to draw myself a line across here. I think some of this stuff gets to where it's not coplanar, and SketchUp doesn't like it.
Are you grouping everything together?
I am.
Okay.
Well, like right now, I've got these 3 things that I know are perfect. This is all grouped together. But I think I'm ready to ungroup that and start.
I mean, you're almost there.
Yeah. Now what I think I'm going to do is this gets cut off. The only thing is, what did he do to fill in this? He cut a plate to go from here to here, didn't he?
No, he got a plate to fill in the gap.
That's what I'm saying.
He got several plates. So again, a big one to fill in the big gap, and then a smaller one to fill in the smaller gap on the
I
side.
think it would be easier now just to rotate this whole thing back over.
Yeah.
Where and that's been the hard part about this, is having a reference. Here, the only reference I have right now is this point right here. And all I can do is go, if I go 90, it's still not going to be laying flat, but
That's good enough.
yeah, it's probably good enough to work on. So what did he do?
Well, if you watch the video, he cut an angle off of one of the parts, and then he put a big plate in the big area on the side, and then he did a smaller plate as well.
Right. I know he cuts these off, right? He cuts it from here.
He cuts the top one at an angle, like he cuts the corner off.
Did he cut it to that 32 to this point right here? Like
you got the video right there. Why don't we just watch it again?
Well, he cut it like that, right?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm trying not to. I'm afraid he's going to see mine and flag me, but
I don't think he is, because you're trying to do it in SketchUp where he's doing it in real life.
I want people to. What I was hoping to do is, and the reason I'm not welding all those pieces together is because you can make a cut list from it. See, I want people to be able to download a SketchUp file and have a cut list.
Right.
Where did I went back too far, or what is this?
Yeah, you're back a little too far. Should go a little further.
Okay, I'm back there now.
Yeah.
So he cuts it off. He cuts that.
See, he's measuring right now. He's using cardboard to make the measuring pieces so he can make plates.
Template.
Yep, templates.
He's making a template.
Yeah.
I got one of those big speed squares. They're handy. I'm starting to think that plate is only 4 inches wide, Richard. Hold on just a second. I'm starting to think this one is only 4.
Yeah, that one. I'd say that one.
Yeah. We made it 5, but I think it's only 4. So I'm gonna take it back an inch. Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, so far what you got is still looking pretty good.
Of course it is. And then I wonder, I guess I'm not going to cut this one off. Well, let me adjust it a little bit because it's bugging me. I'm going to at least bring it down to here for right now.
Well, that's what he did.
I know. I just wasn't too up until now. I wasn't sure about this whole angle thing, but now I'm starting to like it. The only thing that's a little weird is something different about this. Oh, I know what it is. I don't have it leaning forward. That's why it looks funny.
Right.
It's not leaning. That's what it is.
See, right here he's making the big piece. And he's saying he's measuring for it.
Good thing we have you to narrate.
You're welcome.
Now see, dadgummit, you know what? I'm not paying attention. He's got a ruler out laying there.
And a piece of wood.
What is that? 12? Alright, let me go back just 1 second. I'm going to pause it. And we're going to look at the tape measure. Alright, that's 7, 8, 9, 10 and something and a half. Let's just check right quick. What would that be? That would be, is there, it's not going to be the same. I'm going to be depressed. 8 3/4. I guess it depends on where it comes out.
If you move it back a bit, you're probably fine.
Oh, wait a minute. We're not, I don't think we're that far off. That's 10 inches right there. Because
You just have to move that front plate back a few inches then.
What's that?
You just have to move that front back,
Back this way?
Yeah. 1 or 2 inches, right?
But then all this is going to become disconnected. One thing I want to pay attention to too is this angle right here. Like this seems to be out past this too far. I don't think his is that. Let's look at that. If Andrew would just join and tell us.
Yeah. I don't think he does live streams.
Oh, it is leaning in. Oh, wait a minute. It's leaning in. Oh, wait.
You see how he has that hole there?
Yeah, I know, but ours is not. Ours is. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is hovering out here on ours. See how this is.
Adjust it then.
Well, that means these two things would have to be more of an angle. If I adjust this back, let's see. Am I going to screw it up now? How am I going to get this? We can't, because then this would be more than 4 inches. That means it needs to be tilted up this way. Is what it means. It means is that what is grouped there? Yeah. I mean, what it means is this would have to be tilted it more like that. Let's see. Dang it. Sometimes you just gotta you can't get it the right angle. See, because it has to, it's leaning in some too. Right? His is leaning, and that would also make it longer. Right? Because if it goes, see now it's leaning in, not leaning out. Does everybody concur?
Yeah, that makes sense.
See?
Yeah.
But that means this has to, let me get rid of this. But that makes sense to me, because that means the bucket is deeper, which I think it is. Right? That means it's going to hold more cubicness.
Cubic feet.
Its cubicness is going to be better. Let me see if I can get to where I can see this. Well, did we make this wide enough? I wonder how wide this was. We had to guess at this. Do you remember how wide he made this?
I do not.
See, if it was more like 10 inches, then it would make more sense. And
well, you can meet it in the middle, make both that piece and then the smaller piece a little longer.
Well, I just know steel people like 8 and 10 inch stuff. So if I made this 2 inches, you see, then it's more like. You think it's that wide? Let's go back. Yeah, look. Look.
Yeah.
And it's more like, now I can make these meet easier. And if this was 6 instead of 5, yep, I think we're getting somewhere, boys. Y'all are supposed to either be agreeing or disagreeing.
I'm agreeing.
We're agreeing with you right now, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Carry on.
No comment. I need to rotate this back a little more, though, don't I? I need to get this back. Besides, this is our version of this, right?
Right. So it doesn't have to be exact. It just has to be close enough.
Just like he wasn't meeting any sort of Chinese standard. We are,
Yeah, he wasn't using any Chinesium either.
How do you know?
Well, you're right. You're right. Those Kubota quick connects might have been native Chinesium.
They are Chinese. Now all I gotta do is rotate this down a little more. He said all he has to do. I've only messed with it 50 times already. Right. I think we're close enough to weld right there. I know I was trying to be perfect with all this, but now I'm just in the mode to get her done now. Not really. I just mean, you know, now we got a little slight angle there, right?
Right. Now, get her done. Is that an architect term?
Get her done. Sometimes we just have to do it. So if I drew a line, does this where does he stop? Like if I was going to draw, how far out does this come? Does it come to where that meets it? Or is it back or forward? Let's see. It doesn't quite meet it, does it?
You see, he's measuring a cutoff.
I know. What I'm asking is this. We'll see, I guess, when he puts the plate on there.
Mm-hmm.
How much you want to bet we're going to be really close?
I don't want to bet because I know you're probably right.
Those, you see, now this point down here is what I'm curious about. It doesn't quite come out. Turn it around so we can see you, Andrew. Alright, so I'm going to go. Oh, here we go. So then he has to put another little quadrangle. Oh, did you see it wobble?
Yeah.
Mine's not going to wobble, I can tell you right now.
How much you want to bet on that one?
No, I'm going to make it so it doesn't wobble. That's easy for me, though. He's like, oh, I'm worth the champion will fit on the other side. Maybe. Saved by the commercial. All
right, another commercial.
Saved by the commercial. I did give him heck one day. I told him you got way too many freaking commercials. You can't make all the money in your life in one video. Okay, you gotta spread it out a little bit.
Believe me, I've tried.
Yeah. All it does is make people mad, and then they stop watching your videos. See,
it makes people mad.
Now this is what I want right here. See, it doesn't quite come out. You see, it doesn't quite.
But he uses it anyways.
Huh?
But he uses it anyways.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, I wonder how much that is. So now he's going to weld the plate.
Okay, hold up. Go scroll back real quick.
It's hard on this. It's so long. It's hard to.
All right. Look at where the rebar connects to that bottom plate, and look at where the angle is right there on that on the corresponding plate. The angle it meets up, lines up.
I think what we have to do is cut this piece off.
Yeah, you're gonna have to cut it off like he did.
Yeah. Even though I don't really want to, I guess I'm going to have to. It's depressing. How would I get it? Hey, that wasn't too hard.
There you go.
I was like, how am I going to do that? It was easy. one of the other reasons I wanted to do this is because it actually is testing my SketchUp skills. Because I have never had to mess with something this complicated before. You know, studs are easy to draw, rafters, all that stuff. So now he's got a plate, and we're going to keep this kind of planar. What might be easier for me to do is to take this piece and copy it. Right, because
Instead of making a new plate, right?
well, what I should have done was I should have cut that off first. But he's got a, I guess he's got it. It would be this point. Oh my God. See, I should have rotated these out to where that corner right there hit that corner right there. That's kind of a mistake. Right? That corner should have met that corner. What if I can still do that because it doesn't, it won't affect anything else. And it's easy to do because I can just do this. Wish I could see. I can't see, man.
Blinded by the light.
I mean, and these weird. If I could get to that back corner, it would be easier. See, when you're not in the right spot, it's hard to.
Right.
What's the difference between that says 1.8 and what is this? What? How can it be? Oh, so if I just go 1, yeah, I think I'm going to call that close enough. The only problem is now, if I don't make these exactly the same, it's going to be off a little bit. I think I'm being a little too anal about this. See, dang it, I can't.
I just got to go a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh man, I got that one closer, I think. Alright, so I'm going to leave that like that. The reason I was wanting to do that is because, see, now I got to, because when I copy this one, it'll be at the same angle. See. And if I can run it down to there, and then I can, but the thing about it is, this one, yeah, I remember this though. He had to push this over to get to weld. You know what I mean? Like this, are you still with me, Not Strike?
Yeah, I'm just reading something. But yeah. I'm listening.
Oh wait, how did I get those off? That's weird. How did I get that off? That is bizarre.
Remember, I get about 100 emails a day.
Oh, I get a bunch too, so I just have to.
Well, half of them are important. The other half aren't.
One of these days I'll have to listen to the Russian girlfriend emails. Okay, that fixed that. I thought I had some kind of.
Just not in front of your wife.
Now I'm I'm going to angle. Now, the thing is, this has to be angled over. Did he, wonder if
No
he,
idea.
huh?
No idea.
Was that plate, I think I have these plates too thick too. 'Cause I don't think this plate was half-inch thick. Yeah.
Right, we're back.
I wonder, well, I still have that. So if I go from there to there and then extend that up, that should chop that off. Oh crud, I'm not on the face. That's what you gotta be careful of. Probably easier to take this back. Let's see if I draw a line from here. And then take that back to there. Oops. I bet those don't. Oh, that's what it is. I'm gonna take this. This goes back. I know this is exciting.
Riveting.
Pardon the pun. Rivet, like steel rivets.
That's what I was going for.
Oh, was it? Oh.
I'm sorry. It's just one of those mornings or afternoons now, I
What
guess.
did I do?
It's
Oh.
evening now. It's after 5 here.
Well, you're on the other side of the world. Of course, it's evening.
Yeah.
I hate it when I don't get these lines on the face of the, drives me nuts. I know this is that point right there. Oh, I know what it is. No, I don't know what it is, do I? That's a line, and then here is a, did I get it? I didn't get it, dang it. The line will go lighter if it's on the face. So how can I get it on? I want to get it on the face, but I want to go right there. There we go. Oops. Now, I think my triangle's probably a little bit wider this way than his, but hey, I ain't complaining at this point.
I don't think anyone is.
What did I do? So, why does this steel look thinner? It's almost like he used some plate steel in parts of this. You know, now how do I get this? This would be easy to try to rig. How did he do that? So what do y'all think about the? I'm not supposed to be talking about politics, but do y'all think the House is gonna? Do you think that's gonna be interesting when they vote whether to?
Well, do you think there might be another shutdown? Because they just argue like before, and they have a shutdown for a few weeks, and then no one gets paid, but they will get paid.
Well, I was talking about the election results. You think they're going to vote to?
I don't think they're going to do anything because let's just let let's just let it happen. Let's just let Biden take over.
I don't think that there's any chance of Trump staying in that White House unless they find some major problem with the election. But I don't think they're going to find it. And if they do, the problem is if he stays in that White House, the other side are just going to burn every city in America.
That is going to be a problem, I think.
And I mean,
hold up. The other side is going to burn every city down. Well, there's also the chance that Biden takes office and the side that has been burning cities down anyways continues to do that without any pushback.
They will, but on a smaller scale. But also, once by a few months, when like the BLM or Antifa try and kick off in a big way, they get stamped on, and nothing will be said. If it was Trump and he stamps on them, you're being cruel and you this and that, and it's against the human rights and blah blah blah. As soon as Biden got his government running, if anyone like that kicks off, they're just going to send in the riot squad, whatever, tear gas, like we've seen before under other Democrat presidents. They all slag off the Republican side if they do anything like that. But then if you get a situation where it ends up like Kent State was back in 1970, 69, whenever that was, and the Dems do that, nothing ever gets said.
I disagree that nothing will get said. They'll say things, but they'll just praise whoever for finally doing something.
Who's not? Yeah. Wait a minute. Who's not going to say what?
Well, like the media and everybody. It'd be if Biden's government stamps on whichever group kicks off. If it's like the people that have been in the past,
Antifa or BLM,
stamps on them. The media, Antifa, BLM, whichever group, because I know at another moment you've got a march coming up in Washington, haven't you?
Right.
And all at the moment, the headlines I've seen on like Yahoo, the only people that are going to that apparently are the Proud Boys, and that's it. There's no one else going. But I know for facts that's crap because there's a lot of other people going to that march. It's not just one. It's not just one group of people.
I mean, I've considered going even.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. There's a lot of 2A people that are going.
It is amazing the amount of propaganda that gets. It's almost.
It's the same as that one you had in Virginia a little while back when Eric and Chad went there and filmed it. According to the media, that was all just racists and whatever that went there, but it wasn't. Because we had our own people on the ground. We knew the truth. It wasn't just a bunch of Nazis standing outside the Virginian government place.
Right.
And it's the same with all the other ones we've had, different gatherings.
What really got me the other day is, Pelosi going on and on about how they need to remove the General Lee statue in Washington. When and she said this on Twitter, and I responded, "Well, you need to get rid of Arlington, get rid of the national cemetery in Washington because it's built on Robert E. Lee's land."
Well, yeah, it was his house. It was his house.
Yeah. No, that entire national cemetery
Yeah.
was built on his land. So if
Yeah,
you're going to go after stuff about Robert E. Lee, you might as well get rid of that too. Not that you're going to, obviously, but again, same sentiment. It used to belong to somebody else.
Yeah, it was his house and his land, and they took it over.
Yeah.
And
turned it into a cemetery.
Yeah, apparently he only saw it once afterwards before he died, and that was he was on the train and he passed it, but he never went back there at all.
No.
Well, that was on over Christmas. Civil War history.
I don't. This is turning out to be more like Andrew's bucket than what we think, because
you're probably gonna have to resize it.
I mean, it's not acting right. I can't get it. I can't get this side. This something is funky. This side ought to. I think because it's not laying down, but that's flat. This should mirror. If I copy this.
I hate to say this, but could you like cut it in half and then just copy and mirror the half?
You would think. And if I do this, that should be a true -1. That should be a mirror copy of that. And then when I move this over there and connect it back, where is it not? Oh, that's what. Okay. But even then, it should be connecting. That is bizarre. I don't want to cut it in half. Okay,
okay. I'm just
don't know why this should be a mirrored.
I was just using that as an example.
No, I mean, what I could do is set up like an interference block, like you're saying, and then divide this completely in half and then mirror both halves. That's what a responsible CAD person would do. But I just want this one more piece to work properly. Now, you see, the other thing is these didn't properly. You know what? I'm going to have to, because I thought this didn't mirror properly. Wait a minute. That's why it's not lining up, because the first thing I tried to mirror when we were talking about politics, that's why it didn't work. I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna explode this. For some reason, you gotta explode everything, and then let me make sure I'm not gonna grab everything else. Okay, I didn't. Now we gotta, let's see, take a group. Now sometimes your block, see that block, how it's a perfect, it's laying flat. It should, if I copy this, I think it's going to work this time because I did it all together. -1. And then what is my point here? What's my reference point? That's the bad part, is that's so sloppy that I don't have it. Like I don't have anything I can. What is touching up here? That's better though. What is touching? Is that okay? I made that point touch. That's my reference right there. This point right here touches. That's what it is. Okay, good. Thank you, Jesus, for at least one reference point. Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's looking good.
I'll probably. Oh wait, what did we do here? Oh, we got one more little triangle here.
Yeah, you got to fill a triangle in, like he did.
But I feel like my plates are all kind of screwy. I wonder if there's a thing in SketchUp where, like this, I got to fill that in. I guess I could cheat and I could, let's see if I had a reference line there. I could cheat and bring this. Well, how far am I coming? I'm going to pay attention to what I'm doing here because I'm going to do it on the other side.
Wait, you mean you weren't paying attention in the first place?
Y'all
Shame on you.
when we start talking politics, it messed me up.
But you are the one that brought it up.
I know. I thought
Yeah.
I was just curious. I'm interested in how far. I think they're just talking because I'm like Richard. I think they're afraid of civil unrest, uh, and that's why that's not hanging out that far. What in the world?
Yeah, they're probably all just talking. Once it's time, he's probably just gonna. They're probably just gonna give it to Biden. Period.
I think that's what's going to happen, and they're just kind of posturing now. Is that what you're
Yep.
kind of saying, Richard?
Yeah.
The problem with our side is that we don't create the kind of violence the left creates, and that's I think they're afraid of the type of violence. They know we won't burn down
Hey,
cities.
Tony,
Huh?
can you unplug and plug your headset back in?
What did I do?
I'm getting some feedback from his end. Roger, do you hear that feedback?
Yeah, I'm getting like a high tone.
Yeah.
It's not me.
It's not me, is it?
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think it might be Tony because Tony's volume went down.
Yeah.
I think it's something to do with Tony because he's not coming through as loud and clear as he was.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're very quiet and you still got that tone.
Yeah, feedback tone.
I've got
Yeah.
feedback now.
Yeah, and you've gone quiet.
What happened?
No idea.
I'll turn this up. There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're very quiet.
How about now?
Yeah, still the same.
Let's see. This is my mic right here, right?
Right.
It's all the way up. Where's that plugged in? Oh well. Maybe I shouldn't be so loud. There's nothing that I've done here. I didn't do anything.
No.
It's you know what it
You
is.
might just knock the
When we start talking about
might just knock
politics,
the wire.
they YouTube's probably got people monitoring, and they start messing with you if you start talking about politics.
Go on. Now, let me.
So did he bring this over? Did he cut a triangle that went down to here all the way to the?
Yeah, he did.
So it was here. Just run it out like that. It'll give me a reference point, and then that'll be. This is not going to be perfect. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, you're hearing the noise on the YouTube side.
What on the YouTube side?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
What noise?
It's like a whistling tone.
Let me try to go out of the. Let me try to go out of the Hangout.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let's see. I should have this. I should have it muted on the in the Hangout.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank God.
yeah, it's Tony because it.
Yeah.
He's just.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, that's so much better.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Oh no, it's it's still tone on his end.
I haven't got it here at the moment.
I muted.
As soon as he clicked his mic off, it went away.
Okay, so I tried. Why can't I mute myself in the Hangout?
Yeah. Yeah. In the Hangout, it starts and it's still on. It's probably an OBS error or something because it's or it's your microphone in general because it's given some gnarly tone.
How about now? What I don't understand is you should still be able to hear me even if I take away the Hangout up here. Because I started. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you.
So I muted my
click devices real quick.
Huh?
Go into your devices. Click that real quick, and see about changing devices. Maybe you can jumpstart the drivers. Select the microphone device from default to something else.
Right here?
Okay. Go to like USB.
That's what it's on. That's what it's on.
Click OK. Okay.
Can you hear
now
me?
uncheck the and say something.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
But that's kind of strange because I didn't change anything before.
Yeah. And could you go back to OBS real quick?
Yeah.
Because you're still getting the noise on OBS. Click the
turn the desktop audio down.
Yeah. Click the microphone aux auxiliary. Click the settings. Yeah.
Wait, auxiliary.
Yeah. Click the cog right there. Go to properties. Okay. Switch it from default to your USB device. USB PNP audio.
Yeah.
Click OK. Let's see if that works.
What about now?
Oh, yep, that fixed everything.
All
right.
You're a smart guy. That's why I invited you to come.
Live troubleshooting. This is how we do it, people.
Good Lord, I don't know why it changed. I didn't do anything but draw
It's
a
because
bucket.
you unplugged it and plugged it back in like I told you to.
What's that? I did.
You did. That's what, that once that noise started happening, doing that and then changing because it would default to your default drivers. So that's where the noise was coming from. So we changed it back over to USB and everything went perfect. So I don't know why it went to defaults, but that was gnarly for a while.
Yeah, I don't want gnarly.
Yeah, you want good sound. You don't want gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there we go. No, I've listened to a bunch of Hangouts that are bad, where the audio's bad. And I don't want that.
I mean, I won't lie. I've had some bad Hangout audio too myself. So
now his connected. Oh, I know what it is. Now this point can be taken back. Oops. Dang it, why didn't I make that a group?
what you could do is you could just cut off the angle of that bucket right there. That corner at the bottom, you could just cut that off.
Right here?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to grab just that line right there and take it back.
Right.
But it's stuck. Now see, this is why you make groups of things, and I screwed that up. Well, I can figure out what the plane is. That's what I can do. I can bring up a line that's on the same plane, and then well, that's weird. That's actually sticking. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it's not that far off. That's weird. How do I get that? This is the minutia. This is what you run into when you don't do things properly. Because see, if I had made that a group, I would easily be able to fix that. If I had kept it a group. Now I'm in this world I don't want to be in.
Nothing's worse than hearing Tony lament about
There
his.
we go. Dang, I can't believe Oh, you see, now we got little weird things going on.
Well, you know, you can handle it.
I know. I don't want people downloading this file though and having weird stuff in it. They're gonna say, "I can't believe your CAD standards aren't proper." Oh crap! Look what I did.
Oh, you know, they can figure it out themselves. They're good.
There. This is only going to cost them $59.99 anyway, right?
Right.
What if I can make this? Oh no, I got to go in there and change that, reverse that face. Now I did make this triangle group. Why is it hanging down though? That's weird. What in the world? Good Lord. So yeah, if I talk politics again, they're probably gonna get me. But if I take that and put it right here, everything's gonna be copacetic. But it is interesting how our side is respectful of people, and for the most part, you know, and
well, you know how many NRA shows I've been to now. So,
oh yeah,
there hasn't been any trouble at any of them. You know, we've had them up and down the country, from Dallas up, and I've been to Indianapolis twice.
We don't, we just don't do that kind of stuff, Yeah.
It's only like Nashville, when I last saw the Hoss, they had a protest down by the river, and they graffitied all that riverbank where you got this, like, it looks like stepping stones that come up from the riverbank that you can sit on and walk on, and all that was graffitied with chalk, and that was all the other side,
And that doesn't mean it was us that did it either.
No, that's what I mean. It's always the other side,
Yeah.
And look on Colin Duar's YouTube channel. He just put a video up. The same celebrity that again and again she's made money from making films with guns, but now she's come out again, and it was the same actress that turned up in Dallas with all her armed security, dancing around outside.
Who is that?
It's just perfect. What was it? I know, or whatever her name is, Alyssa
Milano.
The one that when she was young, she was in that. She was Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter in Commando.
Yeah.
When that's one of her first films. But, these people are pathetic. They're happy to make money in film and television and everything else with guns. But
These.
It's the same bombing. There's a lot of crap that's come out about that, but it's all. I mean, to begin with, I thought that recording of the guy warning people to get away. But when that first happened, that looked like an accident, because you do get propane explosions in campers and RVs. Because people go to bed at night, and there's a gas leak. They get up in the morning, switch the light on or smoke, light a cigarette, and whole thing goes up. You know.
That's
And
why.
being this time of year, where
That's why if you live in a
being this
trailer
time
or
of
a
year,
camper, you always make sure
yeah,
you check your hoses and your connections.
that's it. Yeah, 'cause it's quite common to have explosions like that. You know, that are accidents.
Well, this
So with
bucket
the
ain't
video
gonna.
recording, and I've listened to it. You know, you have 15 minutes to get away or whatever. You know, blah blah blah. And it's turned out to be because they were trying to pin this on Trump, but it turned out to be like it's to do with this 5G nonsense and the
I think it's
Yeah.
KYBOTA.
Yeah.
Kubota.
What?
KYBOTA.
Are you sure? No, it's not cable. It's Excavator.
KA.
It's spelled pretty simply, I think. Is it not
Yeah,
KAB?
KAB O.
T8.
Yeah.
KU.
Yeah.
KU, not KY.
Yeah, there might be a there's a U in it somewhere as well.
One other person misspelled it.
I was one of the people that misspelled it too. So.
No, I mean, let's see if they got the right.
Oh, that's the tractor.
Right. I was just wondering. See, the problem with people is they don't. The problem with trying to use SketchUp is it's cool. I mean, this guy probably spent 12 weeks making this, but they just don't. They don't. This is definitely a Kubota attachment. You know, this is the way Kubota does their.
Right.
They're not like this right here. That's a different style. So
It's
anyway,
a newer style. It's a newer style because if you look at that tractor, well, remember that's a garden tractor or a utility tractor. That's not necessarily an excavator.
Well, even this one's the different style where it just has rings, and if I go back and put the bucket back on, see, this is not exactly right, but it's close. They just have. Some of these just have holes. They don't have hooks.
It also doesn't have the claw on top.
This is the reason this is a quick mount is so that you can sit and you can put this on. You can sit in the excavator and put this bucket on without having to get out.
But what I was getting at, if you look at Andrew's excavator that he's got a claw that's attached to it as well.
It's called a thumb.
And that excavator doesn't have one attached at all.
The thumb is not the thumb doesn't attach.
Yeah, what they call that claw is
the thumb. The thumb attaches up here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so you've got
remember, I've run these pieces of equipment.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's just,
but I when I was younger, I spent many hours on them. And I can't get this to go up in the air.
Poor Tony.
Huh. I know. Yeah, your butt will hurt after a while. But
those seats aren't very comfortable. I've used them too.
I've also flipped over a bobcat before when I was in it. So,
trendsetter right there.
Skid steer.
Were you able to flip it back over?
Yeah, we had a mini excavator on the side, and we just pushed it back over it. Thankfully, it was owned by the guy that I was building his house for, and he didn't get mad.
He probably's done it himself too.
No, because he always made me use it. He didn't.
There you go. There you go.
Well, I think it's pretty good. It's not perfect, but
it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to look close.
It's pretty good. I guess really it would look more realistic if it was rotated, like if it was digging in the ground.
Right.
But my reference point is way over there, so.
Well, you know.
Let's put it up here. How would it look? I wish I had a Kubota excavator, because I mean a CAD file for one.
Oh, there's one small problem.
What is it?
You forgot to paint it black.
I don't like painting things black because you can't. You can't see them. You can't.
Okay.
You can't see it. It's like when
Okay,
you're trying. It's like
okay,
when
well,
you're trying to
keep it
film an AR.
We'll keep it gray.
Well, what we can do is I don't mind making it that color. Let's see. Let's see if we can. Where's materials? Here we go. Select. We'll select that. What? Select that, and then here we go.
All right, there we go. Proper now.
I haven't decided how I want it to leave it. That's the biggest decision. Now, how should it look? Should it be digging in the ground?
Sure, if you want it.
I was wanting to attach it to the excavator. I think what I'll do is the thumbnail will be I'll put it up in the air, and then I'll have the excavator in the background.
Yeah, that looks good.
If you can rotate it enough to where you can see that it's a bucket, that's the hard part.
It is a bucket right there.
Delete that, and what we'll do is we'll set up a scene. Then we'll go way. I've done this before. I'll start way out here, and we start our Space Odyssey music 2001. Oh, I need to change the speed. On the preferences. What is it? What's it called? Where's the annotation speed? Model info. Annotation seconds. Run this up to. Yeah, that should do it. Scene delay. Yeah. Then we can have a dramatic effect.
Pause for effect.
Is it coming in? Did I put it too slow? No, I guess if you were really, did I push on the? Is it getting bigger?
How far away do we need to be? You know, a football field or not?
Boom. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Da, 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 da.
Oh, so it's the obelisk.
Here we come.
There it is.
Come on.
There you go.
Did we ever get any comments? Other comments?
Nah, just mine.
Oh, people were bored. Oh well.
There's 4
It's
people
okay.
watching, so no. 4 people are watching, as far as I know.
Now they're all gone.
That's probably.
All right, so I'm going to put this on SketchUp Warehouse. And of course, if you want to improve on it, let's see. So if we do that, we just go to 3D Warehouse. What are we going to call it? let's see, upload.
Swale bucket.
Bottom must be saved. Oh, well, I know I was going to save it. Dang it. Let's call
Excavator
it.
swale bucket.
Huh?
Yeah. That's what Andrew called it.
Ditch bucket.
Side chat.
Side chat. Hard to get. Swale bucket. That's the Yankee talk right there. It's a ditch bucket, man. Swale bucket.
That's what he called it, so I don't know.
I guess we better use the same language.
Kitchen bucket.
Huh?
I don't know if the language is different in Chattanooga than it is in New York.
It's all there are ditches everywhere.
I mean, do they call them ditches on your end, Robert?
Robert.
Huh? His name's Richard.
Richard. I knew it was an R.
In the UK, it's a ditching bucket.
Yeah, it's
similar. They use them in the forest for like clearing out the drainage in the forest.
It's a ditching bunch. It's
just when I worked down in Devon and Cornwall and that, they use them all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to be smart. I'm just saying, a lot of people who don't spend a lot of time in construction don't know what things are called. Camarata. Ditching. And so I'm going to name it what I think. Who's going to be searching for it? It's going to search for it. That's what they're
call it. Whatever you want. Honestly.
If it makes everybody feel better, swale. Is swale even a word? It's swale. Isn't not?
It is totally swale. Yes, swale is a word.
I thought it was swell. Like that's swell.
Yeah, swale. A low or hollow place, essentially a marshy depression between ridges.
Now look at a ditch. What I did is I put swale bucket in the Andrew Camarata's. I put it in both places.
Okay. A ditch is a narrow channel dug in the ground, typically used for drainage alongside a road or the edge of a field.
Yeah.
I'm pulling out the dictionary, folks.
Now everybody can download it and tell me how bad a CAD job it is.
Everybody comment on it. Give him feedback. He loves feedback. Don't listen to what he's saying right now. He loves it.
Well, I tell you this, Tony. After we played with those two videos that you've done before with my little cabin, and I can't use CAD or nothing like that. And you know what I did? I went up in the loft and I found my brother's old Lego and the stuff that I had when I was a kid, like 40 odd years ago. And I've been playing with that, building that house plan with Lego.
You know what? That works. Awesome. That works.
That's awesome. We need to get it on CAD.
Yeah.
We just need to get it. And because I was due to come to your place last year, I was going to wrap it up in my suitcase and bring it with me.
Oh, that would have been fun.
And then we'd go for it properly, and then we'd get it done properly.
That would have been fun.
And then last year turned into last year.
We started. We started to eat that. You know the British MREs you gave me.
Yeah.
We started to eat those one day, and I thought to myself, "No, I'm going to save. I just want to save them."
You're supposed to be doing a cooking video on YouTube, though.
I know. That's what I could do. That's actually what I told Barry. It was raining one day, and I said, "We ought to get Richard's MREs out." And then I thought, no, I don't know if I want to use them. I might have we might have a national calamity. I might need to save them. You know, I'm such a hoarder. I'm a hoarder, so you know.
I can bring in some. I can bring in some more when I know I can get there.
I love that little stove too. That was awesome.
Yeah, just don't like directly cook on that because those little tablets, and you're not meant to like roast marshmallows or cook bread on it.
No, I've used those Esbit tablets before. I used to use them when I'd go backpacking when I wasn't so fat.
You know,
Yeah, I've used those Esbit. That's what we call them.
It's not the same as using wood. You're not supposed to directly cook on them. You know, they reckon it's going to.
I still have my old
But you,
backpacking stove. It's a European Euro. This would multi fuel backpack. I'll be amazed if this pops up.
Backpacking stove.
Yeah, it's a multi fuel, and it has a little pump on it. It's old school.
oh, you mean a Coleman stove?
No,
I've got one of those.
no. This is backpacking stoves back in the day were little. They had little pumps on them, and you had to pump them up by hand.
Right.
That's
Because
cool.
I've got a Coleman stove that you fill with like gasoline, and you pump it up to pressurize it, and then when you light it, it burns like a jet engine.
Oh, when
And
you
it will
say
burn,
yeah, when you say
it will boil. Yeah, it will boil a gallon of water in like less than 5 minutes.
yeah, when you
You put
said
it properly
Coleman, I thought you
But
meant
if you
it was a propane. But
no, this is a gasoline one. There's a picture of it. What's that one there? That one. Yeah, there is some of those on those pictures you've got up on the screen
well,
now.
but the true ones don't take pressured gas. They just and that's what's great about them. I need to dig this thing out. It's awesome. Here we go. Here it is right here. This is it.
Yeah, I've seen some of them.
That's it. Right there. What's so awesome about them is that you don't have to have pressurized bottles, and it'll burn, denatured alcohol, whatever, diesel fuel. It'll. But I was looking through some boxes the other day. I found my old backpacking stove.
Yeah.
What's this right here? Yeah, we used to have a store. We used to have in Chattanooga here. We used to have a. I say I still got the cup for it too. It's got a little cup that goes over it. We had a store called Canoeist Headquarters, and they had climbing gear, backpacking gear. I mean, it was just they had more of that stuff than they did canoes. It's kind of funny. I don't remember
that little Coleman one there.
I don't remember mine. I don't remember it being called. Although when I did buy it, it was a. I did say it was a European model because these apparently are what because they're so small and compact. And what you do, you see that little bowl right there?
Yeah.
You put fuel in it and you light it, and it heats it up, and that's what causes it to start the jets. Yeah.
Awesome.
They are awesome.
The thing with them, these gasoline ones, you can use it. It doesn't matter if the gasoline's like 8 or 10 years old; it'll still run through it for a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've run mine. I've had mine like I've run mine. The last one I bought, 2002. I've had some gasoline in it when I got it out of the garage one time when we had a power failure. I was looking at running it, and I thought, oh, this fuel's been in it. So I just pumped it up, opened the valve up, lit it, and boom, up it went, and it was fine.
Yeah, once you get them going, they'll just keep going. And I think I screwed up because I think I left some fuel in it, so it's probably all the seals are probably nasty now.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So we didn't have any other comments.
Sadly, no.
Oh well.
It's my fault. Just blame it on me.
Have we really only been going? How long has it been going? Because I thought it's been several hours.
It's been a while.
Why does it say?
Yeah, I've been here a couple of hours now.
It says.
About half past three.
That's the viewer activity.
I know. Why does it not show
Go to
10:40 to 12? Oh, it's about 2 hours. Yeah. All right. Well, now's a good time to go take a potty break. Well, thanks, guys. I think that's fun. I think that might be useful to somebody. I mean, honestly, I thought it was cool enough to where. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the bevel back on the. I thought it was cool enough to where I might make one of these things.
Do it. I mean, I can make one. I've got a welder.
Oh yeah, I got a welder.
It's not a great welder, but it's a welder.
I'm not as good as Andrew at welding, but
Oh no, my welds are awful.
I don't actually do anything that's worth making decent welds on. I'm just gonna go there.
All of my stuff is just home farm welds.
Again, why does that? How did I miss that line?
The world will never know.
There we go. Now we got our digger edge on there.
Oh my!
Can't dig without that edge, man. I tell you, did you see it? I guess it was. I was pretty impressed with how well it worked. Let's. I'm gonna update this scene, and let's. I'm gonna re-upload it. Update. That's the nice thing about this. This is how I share. Some people, some of my customers want to, go use the web version of which SketchUp has, SketchUp for the web, and they can download their models. And I can, if I make changes, it's real easy to keep that model updated that way. Control print screen. Oh, what happened? I must have pushed some kind of hotkey. This is what happened, I bet.
Did you overclock it?
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. There you go. He has a need for speed, folks.
When I was doing the animation project, and I'm going to be doing another one for them soon. I started to try to overclock it, and then I realized it wasn't going to do a whole lot of good. I've done so many of these. Sometimes I can get that crop there within a few pixels of 1280 by 720. It's kind of funny. I've done that so many times. Pictures. What are we going to call this? This is Camarata bucket thumb. We're going to make sure you get those to where you can. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have exported that to the folder I'm working in, because I'll forget where I put it. Bucket parts. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? When you have too many folders. There we go.
Too many folders.
And that took a few more seconds than it should have. That was weird. Oops. That's weird. I don't remember that. Did it really have that thumbnail when y'all the whole time? That state? I thought I had fixed that.
No, that's the first time I've seen that.
All right, guys, I got to go and actually work on a real job. See, that's what happens to me on Sundays. I don't like.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be working on this the guy. Do you know where Whitwell's Sequatchie Valley would be another cool place to live, Richard. I'll do some video on this house we're going to build over there. But look up Sequatchie Valley.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful over there. But
Well, that I was going to say that log cabin company, that Meadowlark, they've just started a couple of videos in the last couple of days. They're putting up a lot bigger house than what I would want to build because it's going to cost a lot of money. But the flooring is exactly the same, and it's quite interesting videos to watch where they've assembled it in their workshop. Up, and they're on site now putting the house up. And the last video, part 2, was they were laying out all the flooring on top of the foundation, but the foundation's only like a crawl space.
I think I have a picture. Yeah, this was the first log home I built.
Yeah.
In 1987.
Yeah.
This one, and yeah, there you go. We added this post and beam.
Is it still standing?
No.
Yeah, it's still standing.
Okay.
There's a better shot. That's my 1987 Mitsubishi pickup truck.
Oh man.
I remember thinking, why did I buy this little? Oh, I know why. I was doing some work I was doing some consulting work for the state at the time, a THD housing program, and I had to run it to the 9 counties around Hamilton County. So I bought this little truck because I knew it was going to be better on gas than my big arse Ford 250 I had. But this was a kit. These logs are they square logs? Like rectangular, or are they round, Richard?
No, they're square in that picture.
Yeah. No, I mean you're the ones you're talking about.
Oh, the ones I'm talking about are round. So they're like just cut top and bottom, so they lock together.
Yeah. So I think we call them D-shaped logs, where they're round on the outside, but the tops are. Yeah.
Yeah, but these you've got the option. You can have them round on the inside as well.
Yeah, those are
So
cool.
on the inside of the hose, you know?
These are made out of hemlock. These right here, you can carry on. You could probably carry an 8-foot or 10-foot of these by yourself. They're so lightweight, and that's one thing that's kind of cool about the modern log homes, that they're made out of dried hemlock or something like that. And but I've built a bunch of log homes.
Yeah, that Mitsubishi reminds me of my grandfather's old 1984 Toyota pickup truck. But he had the back seat on his.
This is us climbing. That's my friend right there. I know you can't see it. That's my friend Jeff Hood, who was killed on the Appalachian Trail. And this is us climbing. We're climbing some climbs over at Sunset Rock on Lookout Mountain, which is a pretty infamous place to climb.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I built this for that architect who taught us how to climb. But here's another log home I built. And there's my old pickup truck, my old Ford. That's the one I wouldn't drive around. Yeah, there it is right there. It's an F-250 with a granny gear in it. There's my fat butt on the roof. Look at that butt, man. I don't know. It's kind of good looking, really. There's an SIP home. We did this. This one was like 100% SIPs. The floor, the walls, and the roofs. It was awesome. I had a guy work for me for a little while. He thought he was an artist, so he drew this. My website used to be called ArtisanOutofTheBox.com, and he drew that, the artisan popping out of the box. There's when we started Habitat for Humanity in Chattanooga. Don't y'all want to see all my old pictures?
I hadn't realized we had gotten into photo albums. I thought you said you had to go.
There's my sister. I do, but I'm dreading. There's my sister and me and my friends 280Z. We used to go play football Sunday afternoons.
In the 80s.
In the 80s, baby. You can tell by looking.
Yeah, you can tell by the haircut.
All right,
Tony, you're only missing the beard, and then you'll have the full mullet. I'm telling you.
Waldemar Binder. Hello. Do you pronounce that W like a V, like it's German?
Or is it Russian?
Valdemar, or Russian? I really don't like. I'm not poking fun. I don't like mispronouncing people's names. It drives me crazy. And some people are nice. Some people are nice and they won't say when you mispronounce it. They won't tell you you're mispronouncing it. They just let you keep mispronouncing it. Germany. Yeah.
Valdemar.
Yeah. So Valdemar. Valdemar. My Tennessee German accent. My father actually has more German than my mother was sort of the Irish side, and my father was more on the German side. But never learned the language.
I know a bit of German.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I know Guten Tag.
Yeah. No, I know a bit of German because my mom took German in high school, and she taught me some. And I just kind of picked some up here and there. So, but, on my grandmother's side of the family, basically she comes from an old Dutch and German family. So, there's German there somewhere.
What was that thing we used to say? My partner, when I first started, I had a partner, and he owned he started Bavarian Auto here in Chattanooga, so he loved German cars, and he worked on them here. And he knew German, but he had this friend. What was his name? That he would come once a year, and they would import. I think they imported motorcycles. I thought they were Harley Davidsons, but that wouldn't be importing. Maybe he exported them.
Yeah.
What motorcycle would you import to the United States? That was European. Oh, BMW maybe.
Probably. No. I'm not that big in motorcycles, but I don't know what are the most popular brands over there in Europe, Richard?
We've got BMW, Suzuki, Yamaha. You got Husqvarna, KTM. There's virtually all of them. There's a few Harley Davidsons about. It just depends where you live.
Yeah, but
my best friend before he passed away, I mean, he had a Harley Davidson.
Yeah, the only reason people would import a motorcycle from Europe into the United States is because you can't get it here. That's the only reason they do that.
They had some kind of thing going. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they would import-export stuff because this guy, what was his name? Gunter was his name, believe it or not, and he had some kind of channels that he for import and exporting stuff. I don't know exactly what they did. It was always like it was secret or something. It was weird. He never talked about it much. And I knew this guy for like 15 years, and I built his house on Signal Mountain, and that's how I met him.
I didn't know Husqvarna made motorcycles because all I know is they make lawnmowers. That's all I know.
And chainsaws.
And chainsaws. Yes, I've got a Husqvarna chainsaw.
No, they make some nice bikes. I'm pretty sure they're in the States somewhere. They're similar to KTM.
Okay.
They do, so like off-road, like dirt bikes and semi-off-road.
Are they orange?
No.
They're not all orange, whatever they call it.
I've heard of KTM. I just haven't. I wasn't aware Husqvarna also made motorcycles.
Yeah, no, because KTM bikes are all orange, you see. Husqvarna bikes are normally like a white colour.
Yeah, another funny thing is Husqvarna used to make rifles too.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, I've used one before. It was beautiful. I can't remember what caliber that was now because that was some unusual thing.
It's probably some Swedish caliber.
No, I think one of the rifles I used, I think that was Husqvarna. It was like 9.3 by whatever it was. It was the smallest caliber you were allowed to shoot an elephant with in Africa. And I'll tell you what,
Which
it was
caliber?
an experience. It was like 9.3 by 55 or some weird old
9.3
caliber.
by 57.
Probably.
Yeah, that's it.
Probably feels like
Something like
a 300 Win Mag or something like that.
Yeah, the Husqvarna
Yeah,
46.
It was a good kick to it, but once you fired it a couple of times, it it was a nice rifle to use. And I thought I've got all Husqvarna chainsaws, and I thought I've got to get one of these. And that would have been nice for them. I think the guy's still got it, but I haven't seen it.
Now, how do you spell the guy's name in Lord of the Rings? Valdemar.
That's Harry Potter.
Oh, whatever. I don't watch that stuff. That's why. I don't-
Voldemort or something like that.
Now, how do you spell that?
I have no idea.
But is it kind of like that, Valdemar?
know.
Because I don't like mispronounce. He's not telling me. See, this is what I mean. He's not telling me how I'm supposed to pronounce his name, and it
See, we're getting off on a tangent again.
I know, but I'm telling you, it drives me nuts. I want to know how to pronounce people's names because when I meet you in person, I don't want to mispronounce your name. I don't know what it is. I think this was something I learned in that. What's that? What's that business course that everybody makes memes about? Oh well. All right. Well, I do have to go to work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know it's a bummer. It's late. 1:15 is late in the day too to start. But here, I'll show it to you right quick, and then I'll go. I promise. It's not the Netherlandic garden shed. Let's see. Let's see. It's I haven't gotten organized since there it is. Let's see, it's this one. Now this guy wanted to pass his solar house, and he actually so he wanted just this big front face on here with all these windows on it.
Yeah, this is the one you were working on the other day.
Yeah. And so I got
because I like the roof.
Yeah, I do too. It's nice and simple.
I like the roof on it.
Yeah, and that's that roof.
Area. If you wanted to put like solar on that roof, or like if you're allowed to collect the rainwater where you are, then that'd be ideal.
Well, see, that's the irony of a passive solar house. That's what I told him. I said, if we, the roof should be facing north now, right? So if you put solar panels on here, they'd be facing the wrong way. But he wants a passive solar, so the house is facing, all this is facing south.
You've got to have.
Yeah. And I tried to get him to maybe turn the roof around.
Like a flat roof.
Yeah. But yeah, I have
the roof got to face south.
That's like, now what we are doing is I'll show you one more and then I'll let you go. But I keep saying that, don't I? One more. Where is this job? It is
we're talking about names, there's a few people on YouTube that know I did this, but there was Jaeger was James Jaeger was at a show one time, either SHOT Show or NRA, and someone went up to him and said, "Oh, you're that YouTube guy, are you Larry Vickers?" And no, not Larry Vickers. But when I got told about this, and then apparently James and Larry had a conversation, so I got told about this, and I was at an NRA show, and I was due to go and find Larry Vickers. So when I did, I went up to him and said, "Oh, nice to see you, Mr. Jaeger. I'm so glad you're here at the NRA show." And then he looked at me a bit funny because I'd met him before, you see, and then he was like, "I know you from somewhere." And then I said, I had a bet with a couple of people that I was going to do it, you see, and I did.
Well, I'll be darned. Look at this. Look what I found. Yeah, James is funny because I was. You remember? It was the same one when you and I met at,
Yeah.
and we were. I think we were talking about him, and he heard us talking, and he was doing an
Yeah.
interview. So he runs over and interrupts my little video. He's so funny, you know.
Yeah. No, the first YouTube person I ever met was Jeff from Gunblast, and that was the first NRA show I went to in Indianapolis in 2014. The second person I met was Jaeger, and he's always been a real nice. Because I've always used my real name on YouTube. When I meet someone, and you're from the UK, then what's your name? Oh, you're that guy I was speaking to, a few months back or whenever. It's the same. That's how I got to like with Eric and Such and everybody. Because I've always used my real name. When you meet someone and they, what's your name? Oh, you're that guy Richard. I was talking to you, on the video. A lot of people in the UK, they still can't work out how I've managed to got to know everybody, but
Don's a great guy to talk to.
Who?
Meet people.
Such.
Oh yeah, I've met Such several times. He was at the all Eric shoots. That we went. I think we went 5 years in a row.
I've met him a couple times. Because same state.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you're in the same state, right?
Yeah, he's on one. He's near the Tennessee North Carolina border, where I'm near the ocean. So.
Yeah.
We're on opposite sides.
Yeah, I've been to it. I've been to Greenville because I went into Skinny Medics trauma class, and Suits come and Don, he come and met up with me, and we had dinner and that. Cause he realised, it's your birthday while you're here. I'll buy you some dinner. Yeah, and we had dinner. And that's a funny little story to say as well. Cause I was staying practically next door to Twin Peaks. So when Suits got back to his wife that night, and she said, I suppose you went to Twin Peaks, didn't you? No, we didn't. His wife's like, really? And yeah, really. And he said, she said to him, well, where did you go then? She said, well, I took Richard to Hooters because we walked up there in the morning to find it, took a wrong turn and didn't find it. So I took him there for his birthday dinner. But that was only because the first time Such was in Twin Peaks, and then he got recognised, and people were taking a picture and posting it on Facebook or whatever. Well, when he got back home, his wife said to him, "Well, you never told me you're going to be you're going to Twin Peaks, didn't you?" So that's quite a funny experience.
Yeah. So.
Well, he's a good guy. He was one of the nicest guys who, when we were getting cricket signed, he was always so happy to do it.
What annoys me is, I've seen it over Christmas as well, a few comments about people in different videos that come up. And he gets accused of, things that he's not guilty of,
Yeah.
I like that because people don't know someone they've never met, and they get accused of being a sellout or whatever, and it doesn't. The person in real life is spent time with them. It doesn't sit well with me that you sit behind a keyboard and just like crap. Because all the people I know, I don't have a problem with any of them. All the ones I've got to meet over the years. And then I've spent time at Eric, I've spent time with Stu, Medics, and other people with ponies. We did that little drive around Atlanta a couple of years ago. That was funny, So yeah, when you see
I hope you went to the nice parts of Atlanta. I know about Atlanta. I used to live there at one point. Yeah, I hope you went to the nice parts.
Yeah. Well, he was just giving me a lift from. We met in the hotel. I didn't realise because I thought he was going to be there a different day. So I had some stuff for him back at my hotel room. So he just drove me back through Atlanta to my hotel, and then we went back to the show.
Right.
Yeah, Tony's got it on video on YouTube.
That was Nashville, wasn't it?
No, that was Atlanta when we went in your truck.
Oh, I thought it was Nashville.
Yeah, no, we met there as well. That was the first time we met.
Yeah, I got the two mixed up.
I've still got the photograph
Yeah.
of you. Yeah, you and your boy. Because I met you, I can't remember what stand it was in Nashville, but it was the one where you're on that virtual reality one. I think it was.
Oh
you
yeah,
put the goggles on and you.
I thought it might have been at Keystone. I was thinking it was at Keystone Sporting Arms, but
Right.
Yeah. It was Atlanta when I gave you that ration pack. That was in Atlanta.
So Tony, is that your new cargo container castle?
this is the Zambian project. This guy's when you were talking about solar panels on the roof, Richard was talking. It reminded me of this project. It's kind of cool though because there's these super purlins. They're called super purlins, and they're like purlins that you would use on a metal building, but they incorporate they have this little way to incorporate solar panels. And this guy needs this many. This is like a 40 kW system. He needs this to run pumps that's pumping water out of that huge lake in Zambia that's like one of the largest lakes in the world. And he raises these exotic fish. So this whole thing is just to run the pumps for his big fish tanks. Very interesting. No, these are not going to be lived in.
I've seen Andrew's castle, and I kind of want one like it. But I know how you feel.
I'm just telling you right now that he doesn't listen to me. He doesn't act like he does. But I brought this up in one of my videos that those things and I always do this. I try to tell people these rails are not load. Okay, on a shipping container, they will not carry a load of a house or a concrete slab either, right? The only thing that's structural on a shipping container, as far as are these bottom rails.
The corners.
Yeah, the corners and the floor. This bottom structural, this rail right here, you probably put 100,000 pounds on it, but you can't put any weight on the roof. And so I'm telling you that thing. But he went back and did kind of like this. He went back later and put columns on the outside and welded them right to where the channels that he had the concrete poured to. But he did that after. I'm not giving myself credit. I'm just saying he did that after my video. Okay, you can go watch his video where he's digging footings when the things are already sitting there. After the fact, if he hadn't done that, I swear, he had so much. He poured like 6 or 8 inches of concrete on top of those things. I promise you, it would start to fail at some point.
It's the same as when people try and use them as a bunker, and they get told you can't just bury the thing in the ground. You've got to build like concrete or whatever around.
Yeah, most people don't realize that when you stack them, this is why. This is why, they're not designed. This is how they're designed so that the corners and the floors take the load. There's an actual gap between. There's a gap between them. That's because this is just designed to keep. It's just a roof. And so every time I've done a couple of, and that's why Night Strike's giving me a hard time.
I'm not giving you a hard time.
No, I think it's funny though. I really do. I tell these people in their details. I go on the inside of here and I say, okay, at least every 4 feet or something, you got to have, the best thing to do would be to go ahead and just stud up the wall on the inside to carry the weight, just like you were doing if you're building a house. And that's my only argument. Well, it's one of my arguments. Is that by the time you fix a shipping container to carry a load, you could have just framed it up and saved that $5,000 or whatever it is.
So what you're saying, if you're gonna build a shipping container house or building, weatherproof it first because it's not weatherproof, and second, make sure it's load bearing.
Yeah.
You're gonna stack.
And you'll see in my videos when I do those roofs over the shipping containers, I do like a beam up here, right, that the trusses sit on. Because these roofs are too lumpy, you can't just set trusses on, right?
Right.
So I have that beam, and then on the inside there's things that are taking the weight of the roof. But you can't, it confuses people because you can't see that part. But the problem with I also have is by the time you do reinforce those walls, you only got about 7.5 feet. You can almost reach from one side to the other, and humans just weren't meant to live in those tiny spaces. We use these in construction, to store things all the time, and they're so annoying because you can't even walk from end to end. They're so narrow by the time you start storing stuff.
Well, the other problem is when you store stuff in them, they get damp.
Yeah.
You need like a dehumidifier.
Yeah, because if there's any differential in temperature at all, will cause them to condensate on the inside. And and most people don't understand that the reason they're getting their shipping container for a good price is because it leaks. They've ditched them. They're surplusing them.
Yeah, probably already leaked.
Yeah, if they were good shipping containers, they'd still be
used.
They'd still be on a ship from here to China or back and forth.
That's it. Yeah, but you can still buy a brand new one, but it's still going to get damp inside because it's just still.
And the cost of a brand new one is you could easily frame up a house the same size for less.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll show that in a video. I actually count every stud and every piece of OSB, every little rafter, and then we look at Home Depot and we look at the price, and I show how it's just not worth it. I actually went and designed I designed a siding system to try to get people to you could use that, like frame up your house and then use that. Where is it? And it looks like it's based on the shipping container. I'm on a different computer and I can't ever find anything I want to find. But anyway, it's siding that looks like this.
Yeah.
And it's still cheaper to frame it up and put that siding on it.
Yeah, I know what you mean because we talked about that cabin.
Yeah.
When you did those black cabin, that our panel roofing.
Now and of course cabins are cool, right? Because the walls are. I mean, it just feels comfortable living in a cabin. All the cabins I've built, which is probably 10 or 12, when they're finished, they're just I want to go move into them because they're just so comfortable, especially if you have a fireplace. Just sitting inside of one, makes you feel good.
Yeah, like a wood stove.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the ones I looked at when I was in Arizona, 2013, I looked at the houses there. From the outside, they look like a cabin. As soon as you walk in there, everything is just dry line. And I thought, no, this is what I'm looking for.
Well, that's the funny part too. They actually make log siding, where they take those logs and just put them on them.
These were log homes. These weren't like log siding. These were log homes. But then when you went inside, it was just like a modern house. It was just all dry line.
Yeah, one of the roughest log homes I've ever built was this guy actually literally cut trees down, and we had to scrape the bark off. But I told him, I said, these logs are going to shrink. I left the interior walls like 3 inches shorter, and we put like plywood paneling up. And I had to go back like 2 years later and take down we put 1x4 trim up against the ceiling, and the house, the log shrank so much that the logs came all the way down, and it was knocking that 1x4 trim off. It was pushing it down.
Yeah.
So it was bad.
It's like when they put in the windows, they allow for the logs to shrink to dry over a number of years.
That's even. But those they're called slip jams. Yeah. But we do that even in kiln dried logs. Okay, I mean, there's nothing you can do on those kiln dried logs. You still get a little shrinkage, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do.
this shrinkage was so bad that it was bad. But I told the guy, and he said, "I don't care. I want these logs." And I said, "Okay." but but
All right, we better get out of here.
yeah, I better get out of here because I gotta go. I gotta go work. Gotta go do something. Now we start getting. I aspire to look like you. Oh boy, here we go. The beard is kind of fresh. I thought you were being smart. Is he talking about me or not Strike?
You're the only one who has your camera on, other than Richard.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to have it set up to be separate. I forgot.
So they're talking about you, Tony. Keep it beard.
Oh, I've had this beard for at least 35 years. Let's see. What year was that? 1984. How long was that? Thank you, Daniel. You're a nice guy. See, this is the kind of people we need watching our videos.
We do.
People who compliment us. All right, I do have to go. Thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all jumping in because it's a lot more fun than me just doing it by myself.
Hey, fine.
Bye, everyone.
It's the first time I've used these new headphones.
I'm glad you used them because I've had customers who don't use headphones and they don't get the whole feedback thing. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But, all right, well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. See you later.
See ya.
Bye.